it. Come on.
Football Power Hour.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Power Hour News.
Oh my God!
In fact, today the news is there is no news. The news is funny because right now, Manchester United are having a very rare, a very unprecedented international break where we don't have leaks, we don't have rumors circulating that are negative, that is about the dressing room being divided. It's the first time Manchester United enters an international break and there is no divisions that are being talked about. It's the first time in a long time that happens. And you know what? I love it. I feel like this typifies how Manchester United is right now. And the Opps are not happy. Speaking of the Opps, today we're going to talk about them. We're going to pivot a little bit to the Opps. We're going to talk about Arsenal's injury crisis, Chelsea's injury crisis, and also a little bit about the new managers that have started off their seasons, Onslaught, Vincent Kompany, and Hansi Flick at their respective clubs. So you know what? This is what we're going to be talking about this morning. Big shout out to you for being here. My name is botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour. Let's get this game, let's get this show going, shall we? Oh, Ten Hag, I hope wherever you are, you're smiling because the Opps are in crisis. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever part of the world you're in. It's a morning time for me, morning show. I've been I have to sort of switch to doing early shows, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I got a new work gig going on. So, I'm not able to stream during the day as much as I would like to. So this is the flow. This is the new schedule. Just as you saw last week, we streamed a lot of our shows early in the morning. So big shout out to everybody that is here. I'm looking at you, Kenny Fan TV. I'm looking at Yale, Lou Man, Mitch in the house. Also, Kenny Fan TV saying Hansi Flick project is better. We will talk about that in a second, Kenny, and big up yourself. And first of all, I want to start with the Chelsea situation. Lumen says, my liver pains to see Papi and Mark N streaming at the same time. I wish an asteroid from space would fall. No, Lumen, please do not say that. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, that I have obligations on Tuesdays and Thursdays that make me have to stream at this time. So, it's one of those shows where we just check the news, see what's going on. And the news is there's no news in Man United, really. There is obviously some people that were hoping that Luke Shaw would be back for the Southampton game. And the truth of the matter is, not haalanding. And also Haaland, we know it's a hamstring injury. I don't think they're going to rush Haaland in. Maybe in 2 or 3 games where we'll start seeing Haaland starting a game. But my guess right now is that these things, you kind of have to be, what's the word? You kind of have to be, you can't rush a player in. Otherwise you risk them getting injured more, exacerbating the injury. So that's where I stand with it. But anyway, big up to you, big up to Mark N too. He always does his morning shows as well. So the good thing is, Lou Man, you get 2 shows instead of 1 show, right? Once you finish watching Mark N, you can watch this, or once you finish watching this show, you can go watch Mark N and support him and give him a sub, if you haven't subscribed to Mark N, MUFC, by the way. Yale says, yes, Liverpool did buy a couple of keepers and Chiesa. Why did Liverpool get 2 more keepers? We'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, which two keepers? I know about Chiesa, but I didn't know about hold on. I know that they what somebody was talking about a sub for Allison, but they I think they bought a keeper for the long term, if I'm not mistaken. I actually do not know the name of that keeper. We might as well quickly just look him up right now. Oh my goodness. Because Liverpool is funny because they had a very quiet transfer window, and then towards the end they got very very busy, in terms of like getting Chiesa in. So let's quickly refresh our minds and see what is going on with the Liverpool reinforcement. They obviously signed, oh yes, Federico Chiesa, as we mentioned, from Juve, for 12 million euros, which was such a good deal. My lord. They got Jaros, who's yes, the guy that I was thinking. He's 22 years of age. He's pretty much in Liverpool under 21, right? Viteslav Jaros, that's his name. My lord, that's not an easy name. And then the goalkeeper, that the other slightly more experienced goalkeeper that they signed from Valencia is Georgi Mamadashvili. I've seen this rumor as well, but I didn't know that it actually happened. So big shout out to Liverpool, and also Fabio Carvalho. I think they still had Carvalho. I guess his loan was ending because he was on loan at Hull City, and Sepp van den Berg. That's the other player that ended his loan spell, a centre back. But anyway, that's Liverpool. That's the situation. They signed two goalkeepers, which is pretty strange, but I guess maybe they know something we don't. But anyway, Liverpool aside, I want to say, oh, also in terms of, I want to say, promoting shows, big up to Joe Blackman saying, hey bots, my show is dropping at 2 p.m. too. More content. That's all that I like. Big up to Bath Time saying, hi puppy, I'm at work. Is there any news about United? What's our current food hygiene?
Oh my
God. Oh, Bath Time. No. Yeah, I mean, what was the news? Like, the stadium news was the big thing yesterday or the day before yesterday. And it's just, I feel like people that were thinking that we're gonna have a return from injury for Luke Shaw, like, let's be real, Luke Shaw ain't starting anytime soon. But yeah, there's a lot more news with the Opps than Man United bath time. So that is really, really the major update. So yeah, Fabio Carvalho was sold to Brentford, says Yale. So he ended his loan from Hull City and then sold to Brentford. Damn. Big up to Nick as well in the building. Happy Tuesday, Nick. Shout out to you, Nick Fadley. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hitting the like button, by the way, if you're just joining in. Yeah, before we get into the main news for the day that I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to quickly remind people that did not know that there is a crisis going on at the London Cowboys Club, aka Chelsea Football Club. And it's really about the ownership. There's an ownership crisis. There's an ownership turmoil where Clear Lake and Todd Bowley's partnership is at a breaking point at this very moment. There seems to be like a big, clash in terms of vision for the club. I'm one of those people that listens to Todd Bowley's 30-minute interview the moment he acquired Chelsea. And, he had this very, very, very different vision for Chelsea, and he wanted to sort of model Chelsea like the light Red Bull football model. And also by actually buying very, very young players for the future, right? And then there seems to be a little bit of a shift in strategy for Chelsea with what's his name, Igbali, I believe. Bedad Igbali. And there's sort of like a little bit of like, no, we don't want to just buy players for the future. We want to have a little bit of a mixture. And actually, this was something that Pochettino during one of his press conferences also talked about. He said, "Yeah, we need some experience because Chelsea would go through like a very good moment, like play like beat was it Crystal Palace or who did they beat last season 5-0? They had a very very good game, and then the next game in a game that they should win, they lose. And Pochettino put it down to just a lack of experience in the team. So he was saying we need balance in the squad, having a little bit of experienced heads and a little bit of like proven winners will actually help nurture the squad forward and make it grow together. So this sort of like shift in direction has sort of led to this tension that Chelsea Football Club is in right now. Matter of fact, I like to see it as an up. I'm like, yes, turmoil. I'm here for it. Sign me up. But at the same time, it's one of those things that you kind of look and say, for a club that's in a rebuild, I hope we don't get into that place as well, because we have a lot of chefs as well at Manchester United. Omar Barada, what's his name? Ashworth and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They're all like people with ideas, and then they hired footballing people that are like should be more or less in charge of. There's a little bit of a more clear organizational structure, at least from what it looks right now, with Ineos and the people that they have employed to run footballing operations. But within the structure, everybody has a different idea of where the club should go. So fortunately for us, we're not in that place yet at Man United or at all. So, we can only laugh at Chelsea Football Club at this moment and say, ha, 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 ha. Hopefully this tension at the top trickles down into the team and then they don't end up doing well, As an up, that's what I wish for them. Maybe not relegation, but 10th FC. If they can stay 10th, that'll be good. Because remember last season, they were below us for a lot of the season, and then they finished right at the end of the season. They just somehow just put a good string of results and finished ahead of us. So, that is the update on the Chelsea crisis, ownership crisis at this very moment. I'm sure we shall know a lot more as time goes on. Todd Bowley did mention that he was going to take a step back from running the sporting side of things. And, so there's a little bit of like a power struggle, which I love to see. Anyway, that is the Chelsea update. Whoa, 12 people in here. There's not even 5 likes yet. Nah. This is not right. If I see those people that have not hit the like please hit the like button, by the way, if you just hear. I appreciate you. Anyway, and if you've hit the like button, I appreciate you way more. So just hit it. All right. That is the update on Chelsea. And now another update that I want to make sure that we talk about is Arsenal. Arsenal in turmoil, and I love it. I can't find the like button, says Yale.
Get out of here, man.
How do we all right, you see, where is it? Is it like right here, somewhere here? Somebody help Yale find the like button, please. Somewhere here. It should be somewhere here if you're on your computer. Oh gosh, that was funny. That's funny, Yale. But I know you're being sarcastic because I know you've hit the like button. I 100%, I can swear my $2 that Yale has hit the like button. Guys, it's important to hit the like button because it helps the channel be spread to other people that are not exposed to this content. It's as simple as that. It's free. It goes a long way. All right. Okay. All right. Now, Arsenal Football Club. International football is funny because sometimes if it's not the Euros, if it's not the World Cup, you wonder what's the point. But anyway, today we have the news that Norway was playing, I believe, Austria yesterday. And Martin Odegaard suffered what looked like a nasty ankle injury, and he was forced off the pitch. And this injury, we don't know if it's a lateral ankle sprain or if it's like a tear ligament or what. We don't know yet the extent of the ankle injury. What we know is it didn't look good. Matter of fact, I have a picture for you that I want to show you, and I hope that the doctor will be here to give us a little bit of insight of like what it is that Arsenal could be looking at. Shay, I got news for you. Looking good, bruv. Okay, look at that. That does not look natural. That does not look good at all. And then one thing is that Odegaard has been the heartbeat of Arsenal so much that I believe Odegaard is in the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Odegaard has been so integral to Arsenal's playing style that I am in a place right now where I'm obviously hoping Odegaard, as a person to person, his injury is not bad. But remember last season when the injury virus visited Man United? We had a tough time. We had, oh my goodness, over 35 center back pairings that were combinations that Ten Hag had to use. We didn't have a left back. We had, I think it was over about 65 injuries, separate injuries. And somehow Ten Hag had to reinvent, get in the kitchen, use this spice for you know what I mean? When you don't have salt and you have garlic salt and you're using that garlic salt as seasoning and be like, the salt in the garlic salt spice should compensate for the lack of salt. That's pretty much where Mikel Arteta now has to be asked to be inventive in his in the way that he's managing his team. Because if you remember correctly, we talked about Mikel Merino, that new acquisition, who's pretty much supposed to be a first team first choice in the midfield for Arsenal. He's injured. I think he broke his what do you call this, shoulder. And now Odegaard with the ankle. And if you know anything about ankles, you're looking at a minimum of 2 weeks. Especially if it's like a slight sprain, you're looking at a minimum of 2 weeks. But if it's something that is like a proper tear ligament, I think the doctor will confirm for us. I'm thinking it's definitely like 8 weeks or something like that. That's my speculation, obviously. We know that they're going to be missing Declan Rice, who's got a red card from the previous game. So he's gonna be missing the North London derby. They also have Calafiori injured.
Oh my
God! I am not laughing. I promise. And I think is Gabriel Jesus fit? We know he never stays fit. Let's see. Let's just check his status. What? Oh boy, I'm not laughing, I promise. But the title charge will not be charging. I don't think it'll be charging for Arsenal. And you know how important it is to have your players fit. All right, let's look at Arsenal injury risk. Gabriel Jesus has a groin injury.
Oh my God!
Jesus is Lord.
Calafiori has a shin injury.
Oh my God!
Tomiyasu has a knee injury.
Oh my God!
Oh gosh. And Declan Rice is suspended. 2, 4, 6, 7 players missing for Arsenal so far, and they haven't trained yet. So I'm not laughing, but I'm concerned. Looks like Jesus is back in training, says Yalib. Yeah, but over here, like the groin injury, I guess his expected return date says mid-September, and we're on the 10th of September. So honestly, maybe he will be in contention. But you know what, Yalib? It's now looking like what needs to happen is Mikel Arteta has to be inventive. They got Sterling, right? You drop Kai Havertz to Odegaard's position, put Sterling as a false 9, He's done this before. He's put Trossard as a false nine, and then you have to cook. Use the garlic salt to salt the food now, Mikel Arteta. This is where things are. I'll say this is where like invention has to be. What do they call it? Invention is the mother of necessity. So anyway, um, Dr. Reed, doctor's opinion says, I'll say it. I hope he's out 6 weeks. Oh my goodness, Dr. Reed. That's another doctor's opinion right now. 6 weeks minimum. Honestly speaking, so that means he's gonna miss Spurs. They're playing Atalanta. They're playing Manchester City. Those 3 games away from home. 3 games that you have to win. Yay! Ay, ay, ay. It's not looking.
This is totally crap.
Listen. Oh man. Let me quickly just check the link because Joe is typing on the chat saying check your WhatsApp. So just quick little moment to just divert the show. Okay. Yeah. Guys, yeah, the injury woes for Arsenal keep on piling, and now we shall see what Mikel Arteta is made of. Anyway, moving on to the next topic that I want to make sure we cover. I want to also hear what you think. Is this like gonna hamper Arsenal's Premier League title or no? That's what I'm curious. Premier League title charge or not? Because remember right now that Arsenal have been on a little bit of a upward trajectory, honestly, with Mikel Arteta. Let me show you this picture really quickly before I divert to the next thing. Look at Arsenal and how they have been going the last couple of seasons. Through Mikel Arteta, they've been on an upward trend. Even though, like, in terms of points, position, they started eighth, jumps to 5th, and now 2nd, and then 2nd. And you can see the clear progress. Even though he doesn't have a lot of titles to show for it, he actually has been making a little bit of progress. Mikel Arteta deserves a little bit of credit for that, upward trajectory. So actually, not even a little bit, a lot of credit for that upward trajectory. But now I am curious what you think. Will this really have a big dent on Arsenal's title charge hopes or not? Because one thing for sure is that they started off the season, that what do you call it? The preseason. They actually had a preseason because they had players that were not involved in the Euros, like Odegaard, and they really wanted to hit the ground running the moment like the season started because they know the margins are so thin. If you want to win the Premier League title, there's a guy called Pep Guardiola or Guardiola, and he has he sent Klopp to retirement, and you cannot lose points at all in the race for the title. So I'm curious what you think. I'm gonna put the link right there in the chat as I'm talking about the last thing in the news for today is Hansi Flick, Onslaught, and Vincent Kompany. I actually want to do a quick little poll on this. Who do you think has had the better start so far? Before I go further, I want to see Lumen says Calafiori has gone home to finish his garden. You're a troll, bro. Cialis says looks like Jesus is back in training. We did that already. Lumen says, Papi, don't forget Jorginho getting red card against Spurs. Oh my lord. The red card versus Spurs. Oh man, not no. Jorginho. So I guess they're gonna have to be really what's the word? Inventive. It calls for a manager to be what's the word? Really tactically imaginative, and that's the thing that I've been asking from our our manager eriktenhag. So yeah, we will be there. We will be watching with a side eye to see what's going to be happening with that. Yale says Merino, Tomiyasu, Calafiori, Tierney, and Odegaard are on the injury list for Arsenal for the moment. 4 of these players have no return date. Merino is out until the 28th of October. It's not looking good. Where is Shay? Guys, Joe Blackman says it's backhand entertainment. If you can't hit the link, wait, let me share Joe's link, by the way, so this is the link to Joe's channel later on. He'll be dropping some content, so guys, please support Joe as well. Kush in the building says, Olga, I've got off the phone with Arteta. He wants me to play in Arsenal's next game.
Oh
Get
my
out
God.
of here, man. It's a big one. It's a big day for Mikel Arteta, because if they lose versus City, they literally have to surrender the title. And City have been usually City start very slow. So yeah, it's gonna be peak settings, fam. Yeah, I have this feeling that it's just one of those things where the injury, what do you call it, injury bad luck, just brings balance to the world and says, you know what, we've visited Man United for a very long time. Let's go and see how things are looking at another club, and the club that the injury, should I call them bad spirits? The club that they chose as Arsenal. So there it is. Oops. So yeah. Anyway. Enough on Arsenal for the moment. Let's go to the Flick, Slot, and Kompany. Let's start with Vincent Kompany. Yale Malman says Vincent has had 2 games with Bayern. Why are we asking this question? Let's wait 10 games. Well, Yale, it's an international break right now. Let's see how his 2 games, how he did in his 2 games. Which teams was he playing against? And when I look it up, it looks like they played Freiburg, won 2-0, and they played Wolfsburg and won 3-2. Now, that's a perfect start, right? Now, if you compare that with Hansi Flick, who has had also a really good start. Matter of fact, he's had his front line firing more goals than Real Madrid's current front line. And we know on paper, Real Madrid's front line is actually scary looking. But Barcelona, if you don't know, they are on the 4th week in La Liga. They've played 4 matches already. And while Vincent Kompany has played 2, so I get why it feels a little bit premature to compare Kompany and Hansi Flick, but you cannot ignore that Barcelona scored 7 goals versus Valladolid, and those 7 goals, they saw Rafinha getting a hat trick, Lewandowski scoring, Dani Olmo, who I believe is also currently injured. International football, man. He scored as well, and so they beat Rayo Vallecano 2-1. They beat Atletico Bilbao, that has Nico Williams. They beat them 2-1, and it was Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal scoring. And they also started off the season with a very good win versus an away win versus Valencia, with a Lewandowski brace. So given what I just said about Hansi Flick, 2-1 versus a good team Valencia and a better team Atletico Bilbao, and then a 7-0 victory and a 2-1 victory versus a team that they should beat, La Liga, as Rayo Vallecano is not that strong. I'm curious who you think, in your opinion, has actually had a better season so far. Who has had a better start to the season? Now, the last manager that we are comparing is Slot Machine, and how he has slotted at Liverpool. I say slotted, thinking about Munch. Where's my? He slotted in, into this Premier League, and it seems like a good fit, because he, obviously, we know very well his last game. He won 3-0. We won't forget about that one for a second. He beat Brentford 2-0 and Ipswich 2-0. So clean sheet settings, in the words of Sashiv. So it is kind of a very impressive the word impressive, like 3 games for Onslaught. Hansi Flick has not had a clean sheet. What's his name? Vincent Kompany also did not have a clean sheet because he conceded 2 goals versus Wolfsburg in his 2 games, right? 2 league games. So, I'm curious who you go with. Which manager, in your opinion, has had a better start to the season? Let me look at Nick. Says Flick's project is ahead right now, followed by Slot and then Kompany. I can agree with that. Yale disagrees. Yale says Slot has had the better start, beaten United on cruise mode. Also, no one has scored against Liverpool. Barcelona and Bayern are leaky. Yeah, it's like, what do you value more, a clean sheet or more goals? Nick clearly values more goals. I'm curious, by the way, if anybody wants to voice their opinion. I want to just hear from one person or 2 people if you care to voice your opinion on this. If not, that's cool too. I can also do it in the form of a poll. I actually wanted to do the poll, and I nearly forgot. Here we go. Who has had the better start so far? Onslaught. Who has had the better start so far? Slot machine, flick ball, or Kompany's business. Which one, in your opinion? You've heard the a quick little summary of how they're doing, as I just mentioned a few minutes ago. But yeah, I'm just wondering, in your opinion, and also who will finish higher, who will actually have a better season, just from the beginning, from just the quick looks of like where things are right now. Big up to Stephanie, by the way, saying big up Papi and the Football Power Hour legends. Yale says if Slot keeps this up, his keeper will get the golden glove. Yale, please do not do that. Imagine Liverpool getting a golden glove. That actually would support what I said at the beginning of the season. That Liverpool are the quiet title, quiet dark horse in the title charge, because nobody has expectations for them. Nobody is expecting Onslaught to do a madness, and right now, 3 out of 3 with clean sheets. Honestly speaking, yeah, they are a scary prospect, if you ask me. Everybody's just quiet on it, but you guys, you should be wary of Liverpool right now. Kenny Fan TV earlier on said Hansi Flick project is better because he has won 6 trophies in a calendar year. We're talking about right now, this season, Kenny. In your opinion, don't think about the which coach is better. That is not the question that we're asking. Yeah, that's all that I wanna say about that one. Because Dark Crow says, Puppy, what motivational advice would you give me to anyone who wants to call in and talk to you? Motivational advice. The advice I would give is, if they're trying to talk to me, is I'm probably one of the most approachable guys you'll ever meet. If you can't talk to me, you can't talk to anybody. Forget about talking. Maybe communicate in text message or writing, No. I think, but the question that you're asking in terms of just like anybody that has never called in that wants to call in, this is just a conversation. You don't need to be a tactical. You don't need to be somebody that you're not. You just need to just voice your opinion and what you think, because at the end of the day, you view football differently from anybody else in the world. and your unique thoughts may actually be somebody that may actually be a view that somebody would love to hear. So yeah, that's the advice that I'd say. You be yourself. Exactly, Stephanie. But we know Dark Crow is trolling because Dark Crow wait, Dark Crow is challenging Stephanie and Yali to first call in, and then he'll be the third. Well, there's the challenge. Where is you, Yale? Where is you, Stephanie? I'm gonna put the link. Imagine if Stephanie called. I'll shut the channel down. But no pressure though, no pressure. Honestly, like I've only just sort of just started the call-in thing just recently. Usually I'd be on YouTube just like talking by myself to myself without even people in the chat, like sharing their thoughts. So there's so many videos of that. If you just go to the older videos on Football Power Hour, you'll have a laugh because it's just me talking to a wall. And but that's the fun part about it. It's therapeutic for me as well, more than anybody else really. It's mainly um a space to just share your thoughts. That's all that it is. And there's no wrong thoughts, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's the advice that I'll give. Yale says I'm at work. When I get a headset, I might what? Yale calling in? This will be a first. You two guys, Yale supports so many Man United channels, and I don't think Yale has made this promise at all. But he said when I get a headset, I might call in. But a headset is very far down the list of things to get. No. You don't need a headset. If you're on a phone, you just click on that link. It will take you right to the studio, and it's super easy. Anyway, yeah, Darko is saying I fear for Saturday, to be honest. Why do you fear for Saturday, Darko? We are going to beat Southampton. We have to. Yeah, Yales will be the first question I'm asking Yales. What did you eat? I saw yesterday on yesterday's chat, Stephanie, that you had made yourself some really good food, and I didn't read it out because I was hungry. So, and then I was like, I do not want us to go to food. But anyway, let's talk about Saturday while Darko's fear for Saturday right now. Guys, Saturday is going to be an easy day. I promise. We cannot, we cannot lose to Southampton. We cannot draw with Southampton. We are going to do well, and I say this with all the confidence in the world because um, Ugarte will be here. Otherwise, Ten Hag's laptop needs updating. If at all his laptop says Ugarte is not fit, my lord, there's gonna be a civil war. Honestly, there's no way a player can play 79 minutes on the international stage, and then your club manager says, "Nah, he's not fit." Mm-mm, mm-mm. That is totally highly unacceptable. So I just want to tell you, do not fear, Darkro. Um, we are going to annihilate Southampton. We're going to and by annihilate I mean like a light 3 goals. A light 3 goals. That is just my feeling on it. And and I feel like also we will have a very good feeling in the club that we've been asking for, right? Because the moment we beat Southampton, we get a little bit of a team chemistry building. It just sets us up nicely for the fixture after that. I think we got FC 20 coming up as well. After Southampton, it's Barnsley, Crystal Palace. Hold on, wait. Yeah, our fixtures. Let's see really quickly. Um, it is, yeah, Barnsley, Crystal Palace, and then 20. between now and September, and then Spurs. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, but I predict a good September. I predict a good September. Matter of fact, let me not get too deep into that because that is part of tomorrow's stream. And yeah, we're gonna talk about this. It's like 5 games in 15 days, which is a madness when you think about it. Anyway, Manj, big up to you. Thank you for just joining in. By the way, I just wanted to ask which manager has had the better start right now. Slot or Vincent Kompany. The link is in the chat. People have been scared of calling in. Dark Crow, Stephanie, and Yale have all promised to call in. So, so I know you may be at work, but I just wanted to just share some of this news right now. This is what's happening. With the other teams and other leagues, because at the end of the day, this is Football Power Hour. We don't only just talk about Manchester United on this space. I really love a holistic view on football, especially looking at what other clubs are doing and stuff. So yeah, today I'm thinking of making big pasta with Italian sausage. Stop it! Oh man. Okay. All right. That's what's up, Yale. Man, that sounds good. But it won't be easy because even Southampton won't fear us, and we'll be all out to get the 3 points, says Darko. I really feel like if Brentford can beat Southampton 3-1, and my manager cannot score 3 goals versus Southampton, big questions gotta be asked. No. Big questions gotta be asked because at the end of the day, like Southampton is, come on, man. It's not like a team that's been like lighting up fires. We have to do better, no matter what the tactic. 2 games a week. Let's go, says Yale. Anyway, guys, it's an early kickoff after the international break under the shining sun, so a draw is a likely result. Oh gosh, I hate those early kickoffs. I really dislike them. Let's quickly look at the rest of the news, by the way, as we are wrapping up the show. Why is Samuel Lockhurst trending? Oh gosh. Samuel Lockhurst colleagues, he says, teammates feel custom. Why? 3 hours ago, Lockhurst tweets this. Teammates feel Casemiro's decline has partly been hastened as he didn't sign up for more sessions of struggling or failing to qualify for the Champions League. What? Let's read that again. Samuel Locker says, teammates feel Casemiro's decline has partly been hastened as he didn't sign up for more seasons of struggling or failing to qualify for the Champions League. How has the Champions League qualification affected Casemiro's performance? Wow. how do I throw up without throwing up? What what is someone?
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
All right, let's leave Samuel Lockhurst alone because he doesn't even know what he's saying. Lenny Euro is also trending, by the way. Lenny Euro is no longer on crutches. Yep, and he has stepped up his rehabilitation. You know what? Yeah, I think that's a good thing to smile about and revel upon because at the end of the day, yeah, that is some good news. And also, it's not just Lenny Euro. Malacia might be. Remember, Malacia was just registered a few days ago for the Europa League games. So Malacia will be donning a red shirt very soon. So this is exciting times. This is good times that we're entering because we know that Calafiori and Jesus and Odegaard and all the Arsenal, like a lot of Arsenal players are in crisis. So and are suffering an injury crisis. So things are looking good. They remember if you have an Arsenal friend that laughed at you when Lenny Euro got injured in America, this is the time for you to send the laugh back. we obviously feel sorry for Odegaard, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But remember them laughs. It's time for you to send them back. you know. Dark Cross says, Puppy will met Leticia start on Saturday. Ask Stephanie if you aren't sure. She is from Northern Ireland. I don't think Leticia will start on Saturday. Stephanie, Dark Crow has a question that he wants to pass to you. Yeah. It's clearly, Lurkhurst has run out of poison for his pen, Somebody should ban him from coming to a press conference. What kind of news is that? Stephanie says, if Leticia starts, I'll have definitely got a hot tub time machine.
Oh my God.
Oh god. That is hilarious. Guys, important reminder from Stephanie, don't forget to vote, like, subscribe. Let's see what the poll is looking like. Ooh, about who has had the better season so far. I misspelled so. The slot machine, flick ball, or Vincent Kompany. And my lord, it's looking like the slot machine is leading. Let your voice be heard. Put your choice in before I close the poll. I want to just quickly check the news as we're wrapping up the show. And Mamma mia. I can't believe that Samuel Lockhurst is just out of news like that. Like, really? Reece James is trending. What is it this time? All right. Let's see why Reece James is trending. Okay, it's because he'll be back soon. Oh gosh, this guy, they made him captain, and I think he's only captain like less than 4 games for Chelsea ever since they made him captain, which is crazy when you think about it. What else? Let's see. Oh, why is Thiago Silva trending? Isn't Thiago Silva supposed to be enjoying his life post Chelsea? Oh, he came to Cobham today after leaving Chelsea in June. He got a really warm reception. Oh, that's nice to see. That is really nice to see. Let me just share the pictures so you see Thiago Silva for the people that care about Thiago Silva is somebody that I was so jealous that we didn't get at Man United. You remember the other day, I was asking people, like, who would you rather have, Sergio Ramos or Johnny Evans? And I believe some people still picked Johnny Evans, like Kudus. He's picked Johnny Evans. Last little thing that we'll check. Why is Giggs trending? Is this Ryan Giggs or Giggs? Ryan Giggs is trending. Is there any developments on his case or what? Nah, nothing. Oh, because Cristiano Ronaldo was asked Giggs or Marcelo. He went Giggs. Giggs or Xabi Alonso, and chose Giggs. Giggs or Toni Kroos, and chose Giggs. And then Giggs or Benzema, and he went with Benzema. And then later on, he was asked Benzema or Mbappe, and he chose Mbappe after Benzema sacrificed a lot of his playing style to help Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema for me was such a good player to have, because he understood like how to balance the team dynamics and know that, all right, I want to pass the ball to Ronaldo to help him score. So, shout out to Benzema for that. And I'm so glad that after Ronaldo left, he shined and we saw the quality of player that he is. Anyway, sounds like it's a 4 weeks for Odegaard to recover, as long as it's not a tear, says Yale. Ooh, 4 weeks. That's gonna be a while. That means he's missing a couple of games. Definitely Mancity, definitely Atlanta, and most definitely Spurs. And let's see. And with an ankle, he might come back maybe for the second Champions League game versus PSG. Arsenal, yeah, they have a very, 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 very tough week ahead. Let me welcome to the conversation the only caller of the day, the Admiral himself.
Big up, big up. I was just walking past the studio and I saw you were live, and I'm like, yo, let me just come through the back door.
Yeah, bro. Big up yourself,
How
man.
you
Yeah,
doing?
the morning live sessions are gonna be a thing now. I've been doing them since uh last week, and
Yeah, yeah. Until you get a job that takes you away for like 3-4 weeks, eh?
exactly. Right now it's just Tuesdays and Thursdays. But anyway,
Okay.
you heard.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of the show you caught, but the
Mm.
main question that is the burning question right now is who has had the better season so far?
Flick,
Onslaught, who has
flick.
had 2-0, 2-0, 3-0. Hansi Flick has had 2-1,
7.
2-1, 7-0. And what else? What else?
Company. Company.
Yeah, another 2-1. And then Vincent Kompany has had, what was it again? It was just like 2-0 and then a 3-2 win versus Wolfsburg. All of them have won their games, but in your opinion, like given the difficulties of like the leagues and stuff, just who would you say?
Because if you look at the Barcelona team, right?
Mm,
I'm gonna start with Flick. If you look at the Barcelona team, not much change in terms of personnel, right? We all knew that they needed a manager to come in and just galvanize what they have already, right?
yeah,
And for me, La Liga is more like a two-man race, two-horse race. Occasionally, one of the third person sneaks in here or there, right? But
Girona was in the conversation for a
so
long
yeah, for
time
a long time
last
last
season.
season. Yeah, that's why I say occasionally you get one of the, maybe it's Atletico Madrid or it's, once one of them would sneak in Sevilla, somebody would sneak in, but it's basically two horse race. But what for me, I feel like what Flick has done, right, in terms of he's improved the squad. It's really improved the squad. It's making the players believe in themselves and believe in the system, right? So
Mhm.
even if I feel like even if Barcelona don't get to buy, they didn't get to buy, although obviously they didn't get Nico Williams, they got Olmo, right?
Mhm.
I feel like even without those acquisition, they would have still been flying high like they had now right now, right? Now, so for me, it's a case of maybe a little bit Flick because of what he's doing, but
Yeah.
you come to Onslaught, who's had basically no change in his playing staff, no change.
Yeah.
Same players that were on the club, same players that club got built over the 8th season, or he was with them, right?
Fans.
And
Yeah.
yeah, helped them win the league, and in my opinion, they would have won the league more than once, if not for Man City, and we all know what Man City does. And they
Mhm.
won the Champions League. So it's that core. He has that core, right? So
Yeah.
not one and not much. He's coming from the Dutch league, bro. It's tough because you could be bringing in ideas from the Dutch league, right, and coming in and just putting spanner in everything, and everything just falling to pieces, right?
Mhm.
But to
Mhm.
come in and with almost the same idea of club, right, and just continue in that vein, it's something we should applaud. So it's tough. These three managers you're talking about, it's tough because on the final person, which is Kompany, it's not easy. Burnley manager who promoted them to the Premier League, had this taste of, I wouldn't want to say real competitive football, but as a coach, let me use that
Yeah.
word, right? As a
Yeah.
coach, right? It was in the
Mhm.
Premier League. And for Bayern Munich to say, okay, even he got relegated, there's something in there that we
Mhm.
see, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I would put Kompany as the third, right, in that order. The Kompany as the third, because I still feel like there's something he would, if he hits a snag. All three managers just need to hit the snag and see how they bounce back from it, and that maybe that's when we finally make, okay, this guy has it in him to actually continue the long term. But for me, I think, go
So
ahead.
it's Flick, Slot, then Company
Yeah,
in that order.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. When you look at like the fact that he's been playing Flick is missing our
Frankie,
guy, our
Frankie,
guy.
Frankie.
Frankie de Jong. He doesn't have Frankie de Jong. He doesn't have Gavi, Araujo, Christensen. These are like, players that you'd say, yeah, they could easily just walk into his starting 11. And he's managed to produce this. And also, let's not forget, like, look at how Real Madrid have been struggling to like get goals, like, and get firing. So it is a commendable job that he has done. And also, given the fact that he's played more games from all these three managers that we're comparing, right?
Yeah,
And still been able to win all 4 games. So yeah, his next test is Girona, and that's gonna be a big one because Girona away. So if he continues like this, Barcelona may just be the one to claim La Liga, even though
Well,
like it
the
was
thing
Real
is,
Madrid.
the thing is, the thing
Mm,
is, big up Stephanie and big up Imran and everybody in the house. For me, it's the case of when you talked about Real Madrid now. Real
yeah,
Madrid would definitely get the fun. You know how I don't know if you had it back in Botswana, but for me back in Nigeria, I had this TV where you searching for a channel, there's this external antenna, you have to go outside, then you have to use the remote control to like fine tune and make sure the picture quality is scripts and
yes,
all of that, right? You have to keep
yes,
fine tuning. But Real Madrid will get to that point where the picture quality will be crisp, good. But the
yeah.
problem is, will Barcelona have left them behind?
Mm, mm.
So the way Barcelona is going now, right? With the way, and people are still saying I'm still thinking Flick still has a few fine tuning to do. This is not
Yeah,
the final output, right?
yeah, yeah,
The team still has a lot of gelling and work to do, a lot of undertaking of his ideas and execution of his plan on the pitch. So, but he's producing results as they go. So
yeah.
by the time Real Madrid would click, Barcelona, right? I know
Yeah.
it's what that's like 4 points right now, right?
4 points difference. Yeah.
That's in that we say it's a 2 horse race, but in that race it's 4 points is not that big. But if I'm thinking, that's me, right? I don't know the future. I'm thinking
Mhm.
by the time Flicks, everything works, they tune up everything. By the time everything starts gelling, right? Would it be to their advantage or to their detriment? Because sometimes you might as well just leave things the way they are and just build bit by bit. But for me, I
Mm.
know Real Madrid will get it right. They will
Yeah.
finally get it right. But the problem is, would Barcelona still be in sight when they finally click?
Yeah, that's that you know what this means, Rex? It means the La Liga El Clasicos are really gonna be fire now. Lamine Yamal versus Mbappe and co, like they are
Real
gonna be
Madrid,
actually a really, really good spectacle. I don't think I haven't been this excited about an El Clasico in a long time. Probably I think the Ronaldo Messi El Clasicos was the last time when I was like, now we're gonna do a watch along for that. No,
no,
seriously.
obviously, because like you said it right now, it's gonna be interesting because let's say I don't know when they meet. Let's say by the time they meet, there's like a 6 point gap.
Let's
Real
see.
Madrid, Real Madrid knows it's in their hands to actually cut that gap to like a 3 point gap, right? And
Yeah.
Barcelona
Ooh,
knows.
end of October.
Okay, so let's say there's this right now. It's 4 points. Let's just say all things being this equal, all things
Yeah.
being the same. 4 points until we get to that point. Real Madrid knows
Yeah.
we win that game, it's 1 point. Barcelona knows we win that game, it's 7 points.
Yeah.
We open the lead further. You
Yeah.
understand? So it's gonna be.
And bear in mind, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid is happening before the
Okay,
El Clasico. It's
so
gonna be like,
it's it's no, it's one of those games that the week 2 weeks prior to that El Clasico, you have to keep an eye on those games that are happening. Barcelona, whoever they're playing, Real Madrid, whoever they're playing, right? Till
yeah.
we get to that point, because none of them would want to drop points before that time. It's going to be
Mm,
interesting. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. Flick still has a lot of fine tuning to do. Real Madrid, we know they will get it right. We just have
yeah.
to see what will happen at the end of it. For Slot, I'm waiting. I like what Slot is doing. If he
Mm,
does, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Just improve on it, right? And
mm,
kick on with that. So I'm just waiting. how all three managers, I'm waiting to see how they would perform if they get, let's say, let me take for Flick now, it gets a surprise defeat and a draw the following week. How do they bounce back, right?
Yeah.
For Slot,
Yeah.
maybe gets a surprise defeat or a draw in his next game, right? Because obviously people would have seen how he played against his first 3 games. Okay, how do we stop this guy from playing? How do we even score a goal?
Yeah.
So he gets a surprise, maybe draw or defeat, and the next one is a draw, and he's beginning to struggle. How do they bounce back? Kompany might be a different story, because like Yao Mami pointed out right there, he's saying right here, like he's saying it's Flick and Slot are in the same boat. They've gotten 1 players for the season. Kompany's got like 5 to 7. So Kompany has a lot of work to do in terms of trying to fit everybody in.
In your opinion, Drake, so like, will Kompany outdo Xavi Alonso?
Ooh, bro, I'm not. If I was okay, in my opinion, right?
Yeah. I know you don't like watch all Bundesliga games, but just even anybody in the chat, I'm curious where you stand with this.
For me, I don't think so, because Xavi Alonso, if you say this season, right, I don't think so, because Xavi Alonso already has his machine going on.
It's oiled.
It's going on. The powers he's already picked up. It's going right. While Kompany is trying. Although he started the engine, but the temperature
he's trying
is
to
like
put the machine together. Still.
For me, I think although he started the engine, but the temperature of it's still between, you know, when you in the summer, right, and the winter, when you start your vehicle, you have to wait. It's still there, but
his machine needs WD-40.
So it still needs time. That's why I put him to not to put too much pressure on the guy, right? That's why it's too much pressure. So for me, Kompany moving to Bayern Munich, right? It was one I really didn't understand, not for the club, but for him. He should have gone. It's a big move. Don't get me wrong. I applaud it. I'm happy he's found that big move. That's those people that are coaches. That's their dream, to coach at the highest level, right? Big up to him. But I feel like maybe from Burnley goes to a mid-table club, try to fine-tune, perfect his art, right? His art in that mid-table club. Whereas when it goes to the big club, the resources will be there and everything. Because if he doesn't do well at Bayern Munich, right, it's gonna be difficult for him. I'm not saying, that's me thinking. It might be. Let me not say it's going to be. It might be difficult for him in getting big jobs like that again, because they will tell him, "Oh, you've got the resource. You had the resources, right? You had players that obviously you wanted, or the system wanted, but you couldn't cut it out. So what's, you know?" But again, he's doing a good job. At least he's not lost so far. But putting him and Alonso is gone. Alonso is there. He's coming. Alonso is there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a curious one to watch as well from for us. Like, I think the Kompany and Xavi Alonso, and you're right. If Kompany fails with Bayern Munich, Stephanie mentioned Kompany also has to overcome the Kane curse as well. So it's gonna be a big thing for him to deal with. But anyway,
Kompany took that case to God. He has prayed. And he believes
pray to God, and
curse will be broken.
Pray for forgiveness from all the people that hate you and all that. It's gonna be interesting to see. Anyway, we've reached the hour mark. By the way, I want to keep these shows not too long.
Thanks for having me, because I just pulled up. I was about to go to the store to get some medicine. I just pulled up and I saw you at live. I'm like, yo, let me just say, just shout out.
Thank you, Drake.
Shout out to men like Bots and all the kind and fine people in the house. Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Don't forget to go get the medicine. Hopefully you feel better.
I'm stepping out now, right?
It's for the family. Hopefully.
Yo. Young boy came and everybody's got what they got.
Oh no. Feel better. Let the young boy feel better. And hopefully it doesn't spread like the injury crisis at Arsenal right now. Guys, big up to Hakon saying we don't need injury on Saka now, but still it is all Edu. It don't matter about the knock or whatever in that Brighton game, like Charles Watt's saying. It could happen in preseason. Yeah, yo, you're an Arsenal fan, right? Man, prayers for you. You're gonna need some medicine. But yeah, you also do not want an injury on Saka. But now it's time for you to unleash Sterling. You're an Arsenal fan. Big up to yourself. Thank you for being a part of this community. Your presence and thoughts and opinions here are so welcomed. And I hope one day you can, click the link and call in, especially when we're talking about Arsenal. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how your manager becomes more inventive with his squad selection now, and how, like, players like Kai Havertz adapt, because I feel like he has to figure out a new solution. And it's probably, my guess is, moving Havertz into the Odegaard role and then putting Sterling there, or putting Trossard in the middle and go with Martinelli and bring Sterling on as a sub for Saka. So yeah, we'll be looking at your club with a curious eye. Shout out to you for being here. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to support my bro Joe Blackman. Has a video dropping on his channel. It's called Backhand Entertainment. I will share the link to his there you go. Boom. There's the link to his latest video. Yeah, give him a like there, by the way. Give him a sub. And also remember to support Drex from D-Hop Sports. Really great guy. Make it a 3 hours stream. No, fam. Tuesdays and Thursdays I can't. I have to wake up early so that we can stream for an hour, and then I have to run to my work situation. So I really appreciate you guys being here, and also for hitting the like button. I don't know how many likes we're at, but hopefully it's more than 10. Right? 15 likes. Let's go. Shout out to all the 15 kind souls. And yeah, if you're seeing this video later on, let me know who you think has started his project better. Is it Kompany, Flick, or Onslaught? And men like Will, pray for Arsenal. Pray for your club. Not. It's time for you guys to feel it. Oh man, because last season, you remember when they laughed at us? They said we're coming up with excuses. They even called us Injury FC. But I guess Arsenal is rebranding now. Anyway, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. And Will, I was hoping that you would call in. And yeah. Anyway, good things are looking for Man United, as hopefully Malacia will be back. And also Haaland in the works. Maybe not for Southampton, but very soon. We're gonna see some new, also familiar faces at Man United. I nearly called Malacia a new face. He is kind of like a new face. Anyway, big up to you. Hold on, let's read the last comment before we end the show. And over and out. Hey, Will is at work. Go get your money, fam. Go get your money. All right. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the show. I appreciate you so much. To all the kind people that have hit the like button and subscribed. Peace.
Football Power Hour.